So the Labubu craze is not going anywhere. I personally am not of the faction that has to have like a gazillion Labubus. Like, for example, the medium-sized one. This one is just so perfect. Maybe if it were pink, not Mococo, but like just another pink, then maybe I would also want a medium-sized one, but this is my favorite size, by the way. But the fact that this one has cards in her eyes, this is my favorite. I made the hat for the Labubu and took off that whole checkmate attire. But this is my favorite Labubu, okay? So, but of course, PopMart is not stupid. Kassinglong is not stupid. They keep making new ones and they want you to keep buying more and more and more and more. However, will we keep buying more and more and more? Because it seems like they keep making more and more and upping production and making them quicker and quicker. And now version 3 is out and they're probably already working on version 4. And there's like a lot of issues because version 3, a lot of people are complaining about the quality of the Labubus. And I went to a PopMart here in LA, and let me show you. I filmed a little video. By the way, I arrived a little bit late. They were already closing. So this is a video filmed by yours truly. So let's just let this play as I'm talking. Isn't it gorgeous? Look what they did. This was at Century City PopMart, and they were closed, but they were still kind of finishing up all the people that were inside. Like I could not get in anymore because this was already late. It was after 9 or 10 p.m. So I filmed from outside. Hi. And the last time I went to PopMart, they did not have a gazillion Zimomos. And these are just for display. They don't sell them, which is so rude. Like in the past. Oh, this is down there is have a seat. But the statue is so cute. They used to have just like one Angel in Cloud Zimomo and one I Found You Zimomo. And then here they are, version 3. There they are, the big into energy. But they're all sold out. All these people are like hoping that they're going to throw out a new box, you know, shortly before closing, which they didn't do. So anyway, enjoy these visuals as I talk to you about the situation. So I find it a little bit rude, honestly, that they like keep telling us, oh, they're sold out, they're sold out. Like the Angel in Clouds is always sold out, the I Found You is always sold out, and they used to only have one sample out. They had one white one brown one, standing in the shop, and that's it. And they would always say sold out. But now they have like 50 of them. And they're still telling you they're sold out. Oh, this is the one I have. So cute. I took the crown off, by the way. You can cut it off. Totally fine. It does not leave any scars on the Labubu if you know how to do it right. So that's your crown. Okay. So here's the tragedy. I still want I Found You, Zimomo. Never could get him. Yeah, the Zimomos are male, the Labubus are female, so these are all boys, and then a ton of little girls everywhere. Of course, the boys have to be bigger than the girls. I'm like, come on, really? Are we gonna do these cliches? But we digress. So here I am thinking to myself, now that they made the version 3 Labubus, they're gonna make a version 3 Zimomo, maybe. And we have seen the images of the Zimomo. By the way, the eyes move. He doesn't look this crazy in real life because, you know, you can also make her look all bananas if you wanted to. So this is like the crazy look of the Labubu, but there you go. And so rumors spread and images, we don't know if they were AI generated or not, images spread of a Zimomo version 3. And the version 3 Zimomo is like the version 3 big into energy secret Labubu, which is one of 72, which is like a gray furred Labubu. And every one of the 9 teeth is colored in a different color of the rainbow. And so it's like a rainbow thing. So the images that leaked of Zimomo version 3 was a Zimomo with a gray fur, like a silver gray fur, just like the secret Labubu version 3. And instead of all of the rainbow colored teeth, The Zimomo in the back has a tail, and it has like little like scales poking out of the tail, and every scale was a different color. Every scale was one of the colors of the rainbow, which was basically the shtick of the secret Labubu with the teeth. So people were, of course, expecting the Labubu's version 3 to launch, and everybody who could grab one grabbed one, a set or a few sets. And then there are people like myself who were not that lucky. That's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's okay. I will survive. But so when they launched the version 3, I was on the website like the day before. I could put them in my cart, but it said like coming soon. But they allowed you to already do that step of placing it in the cart. You know how it is when you purchase on PopMart online. You have to like have like 5 different steps before you finally get to purchase the frickin' Labubu. But the first step, which is an important step, is to be allowed to place the item in your cart, even if that item is still not available for sale. And then on the day of the release, I was there as the clock was counting down to the release. And then finally, when it released, of course, the website crashed. The bots got to the Labubus. And for 2 hours or 1.5 hours, like on my end, the website was not reloading. My cart was completely empty. Like everything just disappeared. They logged me out of my account. I couldn't log back in. Oh my God, it was so frustrating. But I thought to myself, you know what? Whatever. It's going to be like with the other Labubus. I would just wait the next day when the things calm down, when most people already got their Labubus. Then I'll get my version 3 set. Here it is. I'll get them tomorrow or the next week. Well, tomorrow came, nothing. Again, the website crashed. Next week, Thursday, when they replenished the stock, again, crashed. I'm like, oh my God, the craze is getting bigger and bigger, not smaller and smaller. For a minute there, I thought the craze is going to get like less crazy at a certain point with these Labubus, but no, apparently it's not. So that's okay. I'm not going to push and shove. I'm not going to wake up at 2 a.m. to go to PopMart and then wait in line until 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. when they open. No, I'm not going to do that to myself. I have an ounce of dignity left in me. So, if I'm lucky and I get them on the website, yay, on the PopMart website. If not, I'm very happy with the Labubus that I have already. Where's the other one? I even made this one a little Chanel crown. So it lives in Chanel, the wisdom of Chanel. So I like to make them my own little outfits. Anyway, if I manage to get the version 3 set, I'll be happy. But if not, I'm also super happy. They're adorable the way they are. I don't love these any less just because these came out. You know what I mean? But here's the drama. Now rumors are spreading on the interwebs that the new version 3 Zimomo is a fake. Allegedly. Now everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So they're saying that, oh, well, weird that PopMart released the version 3 regular Labubus, but not the version 3 Zimomo. Why didn't they release them at the same time? Why didn't they release them at the same time? What is wrong? Are they tricking us? Like, because some people started saying that they only bought the little ones because they love to have a set with the big one, because they only bought them because they want to have these 6, and if you're lucky, you get a 7th secret, in which case you have to buy a second set to then get the one that was missing instead of the one that was replaced by the secret one. That's how it works in these sets. And then they wanted to get the Zimomo, but now PopMart is not releasing the Zimomo version 3. And they're not saying if and when they will release Zimomo version 3. So now people are getting super upset that they got their version 3 little Labubus, but the Zimomo is missing. And now they think that they're going crazy online. They're screaming at PopMart online saying like, how dare you lie to us? You scammed us. And I think like PopMart is looking at this thinking like, are you people crazy? Because some people are saying they only bought the little ones because they were also waiting for the big one. But let's be honest here. I think they would have bought the little ones even if they knew that the big one wasn't coming. Like, come on, you don't say no to these cute little things, fur babies. So I'm personally not upset if the Zimomo version 3 doesn't come out, or maybe they have some production issues with it and they're just going to take some more time until they manufacture the Zimomo version 3. I don't know. Like, it's not a big deal to me, but some people are going ballistic because the Zimomo version 3 was not released yet and there was no official notification from PopMart when and if it's going to be released. I'm like, why are you angry? Because they'll give it a rest. Give it a rest. We already got enough stuff to pay. We already have enough money to spend. You know what I mean? We got to spend money on all these toys and everything. Like, give it a rest. Let's wait a little bit. I'm totally fine with getting this set and then like a couple of months later, getting the Zimomo version 3. I don't need to get Zimomo version 3 and the set in the same go. I'm very glad to save the money. This is just my personal way of seeing it. I am very patient. Also, I'm not the type of person who just kind of falls for a trend and then like goes ballistic on the trend. What am I saying by this? I'm saying this because I've received some comments and I've also read comments on other people's channels and social media where people say, yo, you know, you're just buying into the trend of the Labubus. Nobody cares. Like, they're not going to be a trend. Look at the Beanie Babies. Like, everybody's going to forget about them in a couple of years. But that's not how I tick. I'm not that type of person that just shits on a trend after it's gone and over. Like, it takes me a while to fall in love with something. But when I fall in love with something, it's forever. I never forget any of the toys that I love. When I love a toy, I love it forever. So one day the Labubu craze will be gone and most people will have forgotten about them. I won't. I'm still going to be sitting here with my little cutie patootie and we're still going to be talking and interacting and she's still going to get all mad at me and do this. So that's just the way I am. So that's why I also don't need the Zimomo version 3 right away because I know like I'm going to love them even 2 or 3 years from now, 4 or 5 years from now. So the Zimomo version 3 doesn't need to come out now or never. You know what I mean? I would still appreciate him very much. So even if Zimomo version 3 came out a year after after the Labubu version 3 set. So yeah. But some people might not care for Labubus in 2 or 3 years from now because there's going to be some other trend for sure. But then again, there's a bunch of trends out there. I don't fall for every trend. I pick and choose what I really, really like. I like them because they're ugly and cute at the same time. Some people are creeped out by the teeth and they say, ooh. I like them because they connect to horror. I love horror movies, horror novels, but I also love cutesy stuff, you know, like Barbies and stuff. So for me, this is a perfect combination of terrifying and adorable at the same time. Also a big fan of Chucky. This looks like a Chucky with piranha teeth in a way. IYKYK. So let me know. Are you fine with Zimomo version 3 maybe not even coming out at all or coming out later? Or are you more of the idea like it's either now or never? And are you of the idea that Zimomo version 3 leaked images that we got, are they real or are they AI generated? Let me know down below. Subscribe and never give up on love. Bye.